which that's horrible. You don't wish that on anybody. But he's supposed to be back and ready to go. Big L says Snoop Dogg's son did the same thing, didn't play in a game before dropping out. P. Diddy's son was at USC too, right? P. Diddy's son was at UCLA, I believe, and then Snoop Dogg's son was the same way. He was also at UCLA. But I don't know what happened with Snoop Dogg's son. He was seemed like he was excited to go play for them, but he never actually played a game. But Warren G's son is a 5-star recruit, so maybe we may see more out of him, especially being able to go to USC. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited to see young black males getting scholarships to schools, finish their education, and be successful. I'm excited about that. More power to Warren G and his son, especially Warren G and the mom too, and his wife, just for pouring into their son and making them better. So Courtney Arden says, what do you think of the Josh McDaniels turning down the Colts? Not sure if you talked about that yet. I did, but I will say, to me, Josh McDaniels has burned a bridge. Now, I don't know if he'll ever get another opportunity again, and I think part of this is maybe he has been told something like, you're the coach in waiting, or you're going to be the head coach of the Patriots whenever Belichick retires. Or maybe they just gave him so much money that he was even more than what he was making with the head coaching job. So to me, it's that's an interesting conversation, because Josh McDaniels obviously wanted to be a head coach at some point in time. He wanted to be a head coach, and then all of a sudden he turns it down. I think there's more to it than just maybe the money aspect of it. I think there's more to it. So again, taking callers for the next 13 minutes, 469-351-0881. Whatever you want to talk about, whatever's on your mind. Love to get your thoughts and comments. Courtney Arden says Master P's son did the same thing. He played at USC. Yeah, he did. Basketball. And he got some run too. He did get some run. Now I don't know, of course, obviously he didn't make it to the league, but he got to play. So Romeo, Master P, they're still making money. They're still doing things. No limit. So Courtney Arden says McDaniels' only opportunity with the Pats head coach moving forward. Yeah. And then NBA. So I already talked about the Cavs trades. Lou Williams agrees to a 3-year extension with the Clippers. I thought that the Clippers were going to try to trade him and try to trade DeAndre Jordan. Obviously, that did not happen. The trade deadline is over and ended. So now, I guess they're going to resort to trying to sign people. So DeAndre Jordan, I don't know if he's going to re-sign. If I was him, I probably wouldn't. If you're trying to win a championship, I probably wouldn't re-sign. I don't think LeBron is going to the Clippers. I don't know why he would want to go there. Also, another part in this trade, Joe Johnson was traded, I believe, to the Kings. But it looks like there's going to be a buyout there. All right, we got a caller up on the line. What's your name and what you want to talk about? Hey, what's going on, Big L? How you doing?
Good. Yeah, all these NBA trades, man, it was amazing, man. I love how the NBA can just, 1 second a team could be on its way out, a couple of trades later, and the sky's the limit for them.
Yeah. Yeah. And once again, we got Big L on the line. I did not hit your mic on, so until like a couple minutes.
Okay.
I don't know why I always do that, but anyway, what's going on now?
Yeah, man. Speaking on those Clippers, man. Do you think that Jordan's going to be a good go-to post player now, or are they still going to just have him like playing cleanup, catching alley-oop guy?
Yeah, I think he's gonna still be the cleanup alley-oop guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if he ever really had a post game. I'm sure he's probably developed it, but
yeah.
I don't know if you heard about this, but there was a tweet by I think the Clippers in regard to DeAndre Jordan talking about him staying or leaving, and he made this weird like emoji like he's thinking about if he's even gonna stay. So there's a lot going on with the Clippers. I don't even know who's gonna be there next year. With Blake Griffin not there anymore either. But it's interesting.
Yeah, that's why I like the NBA a little bit, well, let me say, a lot more than the NFL because, the players have a little bit more control, the contracts are guaranteed, and, overall it's just a better system for players.
Yeah, the players got the power. That's the biggest thing. The players got the power in the NBA. NFL, they got to figure that out. Or else they're going to keep getting looked over and passed over and, head injuries like crazy.
Yeah, that's true. Very true, man. Very true. Another great show, man. I'll just call in, chop it up with you a little bit, and tell Mocha Miami will never win anything ever again. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you. Have a good one.
All right. Peace out.
All right. Man, Mocha Bella and Big L of the X-Swat always going at each other. Mocha Bella says, oh no, Country Big L called in. Courtney Harden says, D-Rose may be going to the T-Wolves or the Wizards. I think he's probably going to be going to the T-Wolves. I've heard about that. That is a possibility. But Joe Johnson is supposed to be going to the Rockets. That's going to be a huge acquisition right there. That adds even more depth to this Rockets team. Tyjun on at the beginning of the show, he was saying, I think the Rockets added someone else onto their team as well. So the Rockets are going to be competing in the West. Don't let it fool you. Don't let it fool you. The Rockets are going to be competing in the West. And the trade deadline's already passed, but even looking forward into next year, I guarantee you they're going to be trying to get LeBron James. They're going to be trying to get LeBron James. They're working on it. Also, they got Brandon Wright, who's a very tall, lengthy center / power forward guy from North Carolina. So be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for the Rockets. They're going to be a good team going into these playoffs. Well, we're not even at the halfway break, and I'm already talking about the playoffs. Big L says, does Houston need another shooter? Need or defend than shooters? I think, look at Ryan Anderson. He's pretty much a shooter. Eric Gordon is a lights-out shooter. I think they could definitely add another shooter. And maybe some depth at center. That's, I think, DeAndre Jordan. They were trying to get DeAndre Jordan as well. That didn't end up working out. All right, so we got 6 minutes left in the show. If you want to call in, you can still call in 469-351-0881. Love to get your thoughts and opinions on whatever we're talking about. Or if you just want to call in and say hi, I'm good with that too. So today's show was sponsored by the Jones Experience Grooming Studio. If you're in Dallas-Fort Worth area, or if you're visiting here in Dallas, you can definitely check out this spot, 4041 West Wheatland, in Dallas, 972-765-4665. I know the owner personally, and it's a next level. It's not even a barbershop. It's a next level studio. They have some of everything. So if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, or if you're visiting, go check it out. Also, a frequent Two Live Stews listener, and I believe he's a part of the X Squad as well. RELL Scott is also a sponsor of today's show. Prime Ties to Go. Dress to impress for less. Once again, RELL Scott. I'll put his information in the chat room. Facebook and Instagram. Facebook, RELL Scott. Instagram, Prime_Time_ Philly. So go follow him if you want to get you some dope ties, watches, lapel pins, everything there. Big L says, who playing defense for Houston? That's the $1 million question right there. They got a lot of offensive guys defensively. Trevor, Reza, Clint Coppola, probably. Harden's not playing no defense. That's a no-brainer. Chris Paul is getting older, so his defensive skills have got to be falling off a little bit. So I would not be surprised about that. So we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to it, though. I'm looking forward to, once we get to the playoffs, to see what all these teams can actually put on the table. And when they get to playoff time. All right, so, excuse me, sorry. The Mavericks made a trade. Not really that excited about it. They traded away Devin Harris. They ended up getting Doug McDermott, who's a spot-up shooter. So, I don't know what that means. I don't know what exactly he's going to bring to the table. But, okay, we added someone. The Knicks also get Emmanuel Mudiay from Nuggets. He was a young player. Got drafted, I believe, 8th or 9th in the draft. So he is now a part of the Knicks. The Knicks trying very hard to put together a team. Their highest paid player is Enes Kanter. Wow. Did not know that. Enes Kanter is their highest paid player. Behind him is Joakim Noah, which I thought he was going to get traded or released or something. And then behind him is Tim Hardaway Jr. Not senior, but junior. I don't know what to say about these Knicks. Also, you got Frank the Tank. Porzingis is out for the year, so that's going to completely change everything. So, real quick, the Eastern and Conference breakdown. Got the Raptors, the Celtics, Cleveland number 3, Wizards, Bucks, Pacers, Miami, Mocha Bella. Miami right there at 7, and the Sixers at 8. 9, Pistons, 10, the Charlotte Hornets. Over to the West, you got Golden State, the Rockets, the Spurs, Timber Bulls, the Blazers, the Thunder at number 6, Clippers at 7, Nuggets at 8. Are the Clippers going to make the playoffs? I don't think so. Who is their point guard? Let me find that out real quick. I guess it's going to be Lou Williams. That is a bad team right there. Not worse off than my Mavs, but the Clippers are bad right now. Nuggets at 8, Pelicans 9, Utah Jazz 10, and 11. The Lake Show is at 11. Can they somehow make the playoffs? They're looking pretty good at possibly making it now. They got IT on the squad. Of course, they got Lonzo Ball. They also added Channing Frye, Brandon Ingram. They got a really, really good young team. Their highest paid player is Brooke Lopez. Brooke Lopez. Okay. All right. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in, for your love, for your support. Appreciate everybody that came through in the chat room, that joined in the chat room. Thank you, Big L, for calling in.